Good morning, world.
Oh, wait.
We zoomed again. Every
The
time.
little dial is going, though.
No, it does that every morning.
Oh.
You would think after doing this for months we would actually get it together. All right, we're gonna see.
One would think.
One would think.
Right.
We're gonna see if our comments actually work today.
Oh, that's right. Last week was a fail.
It's a huge fail. All right, pull you up. We have two on. All right, two friends.
See.
Just post good morning so we can see if these things are actually coming through.
Test, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Test, 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, in the meantime, we'll entertain you with our annex while the stream health catches up to see what's actually going on.
I'm not even getting, like, before I would get an alert, like, Nicole, Canole is gone live.
Right.
I don't even get that on my book of books. It's weird.
It is. Are you seeing any...
Oh my gosh, their house is beautiful.
Who?
My
The referral
past
downtown?
renters who closed down in Chesapeake. Look at that beauty.
That's so sweet. That is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
All right, well, we're moving to Chesapeake. It's next.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Shout out to Carly Diggs and Hubs Brandon for taking good care of them, too.
For sure.
God, they worked hard for that one.
Well, we'll see what happens. We've got...
That's weird.
Right, I'm going to put it up this way, and I'm going to keep it up that way to see if things actually pop out.
This is so weird.
Super weird. We're watching ourselves on here to see if we can get through the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
On whatever is happening with this here Facebook situation. Anyway.
What if you write a comment and see if it pops up?
Oh, you're not wrong. I wonder if I can do that.
Yeah. And we got a little delay going too, so we'll see. But can you believe it's going to be 86? Kelly!
Oh, good. We have a comment. Good.
Good morning, Kelly. Oh, Kelly, we missed you at brunch on Sunday, but we look forward to the cooking demo. Mic check. All right, good.
Perfect. And keep it rolling.
And we rock
Yeah, so Kelly, you definitely missed an incredible brunch the other day.
Oh,
Vicky
so
outdid
cute.
herself. It was so good. The food was so good. I may have gained
It smelled delicious.
5 pounds. Jen was there, and she has the strength of a goddess who's going up of a Mount Atlas, right, or something. She actually helped plate and stuff some of the food prior to it, and didn't eat any of it.
Yeah, the berries, that was hard.
The strength.
Avocado toast. Oh, it looks so good.
I didn't even try the avocado toast.
No?
Mm-mm.
You didn't put a poached egg on it?
Mm-mm. No, I did that with the bruschetta.
Oh.
I love tomatoes. Tomatoes make me happy.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. But let's get into it. Let's talk about how many times this week that we wrote offers and we all got the same thing. So let me just tell you something. Shafted. And it's like, it's hard not to be mad about this, but it's also like, I get it for like, if I'm looking at this from a listing agent's point of view.
Yeah.
So like, here's my brief story of what happened to me yesterday, and then Jen can tell you hers, and then we'll tell you about Will's. So yeah, it's basically all the same story. So a beautiful house comes on. Oh, I'm slapping again.
Yep.
A beautiful house comes on the market. My clients call and like, hey, this thing's available. I think it's underpriced. We should really go see it. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, perfect. So we go to see it. Of course, it's actually immaculate. It looks better in person than it does in the thing. Whenever I talked to the agent earlier in the day, he's like, oh, don't worry. He's like, we have 2 offers, but they're both garbage. So go ahead and submit, and we review as they come. I'm like, okay, cool. So we go and we see it, and it's beautiful, and we write on it. And then I start calling the guy going, hey, what do you guys need? What is your seller's timeline? How long do you want? We're extremely flexible. Guess who stops answering the phone? I'm like, what's going on? So I text, and then I call. And then I text and I call, and I do this 4 times. And then I go back to the MLS and realize that now we're no longer reviewing as they come, because then this thing's been on the market for 4 days, by the way. Now we're no longer reviewing as they come. We have a deadline of the 27th. And I'm like,
wow.
Or not the 27th, the 29th. That's tomorrow. I was like, it was the 27th yesterday when we wrote it.
Wait, they said the deadline for 2 days out, not even that, like, evening.
Uh-huh. Yep. And now he's not answering my phone calls. He's not answering my texts. I'm like, this is so sweet of you. So nice. And then Jen.
Well, we wrote on a beautiful home waived appraisal contingency. It's on well and septic, kept well and septic for option to void only, home inspection, info purposes only. This is an $800,000 purchase. We're going to keep a couple inspections. Lies I tell, we didn't go in with those. We waived appraisal going in, kept the inspections for negotiation purposes. Agent reaches out. You guys are top 2. There were 5 offers, top 2. Anything else you're willing to waive? I'm giving the other side the same option. Like, great. I let her know at that point we're willing to do well and septic for option to void, home inspection, info purposes only, escalating price, waiving appraisal, everything is money. 10% down payment, beautiful EMD, everything. I was like, do you think that's going to be enough to get? Oh yeah, that should do it. That should do it. 2 hours later, she calls me after I text her like, my buyers are anxious. What's going on? She calls. Yeah, so we received 5 offers. 2 came in at the last minute. And, the seller decided to go with another offer. I had to look at the phone. I said, you know who you're talking to, right? This is Jennifer, the agent for X and X buyers, and we're willing to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, no, I know who it is. But you told me that this should get it done. Yeah, the other one waived everything.
You don't waive well and septic inspections, guys. I mean, I guess you could if your agent's an idiot and they tell you to. Sorry, agents out there, if you've done that. But that can end up being like $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 if everything turns out to be poor. I mean, I guess if you have that kind of cash laying around, awesome. But
guess what? There's no HOA either.
Ooh,
there's
literally
no out for these folks.
Oh my God.
And that's the reason why we weren't. Like, no. I told when I called them, I was like, guys, I wouldn't have slept at night if I would have recommended that you waive the well and septic for anything.
Right.
They were like, F no. Like, absolutely not. We wouldn't have either. Yeah. So, like, we call that desperation.
The only way that I've waived well and septic in the past is if they have if they have a maintenance contract on it and there is like a very full length, like, here's our history. This is the last time it was inspected. It's good to go. You're still under contract. I'm like, okay, perfect. Well, then we don't need to do an inspection at this point. Yeah. But that's not the case for everybody.
Yeah. And even then, while we can say that, like, that makes it a little bit better to do it, to the buyer. Like, whatever their comfort is,
For sure. What did Jacob say?
Crazy.
You two are my favorite. No, you're our favorite, Jacob! Love him. Video came out fabulous, by the way.
Ooh,
yeah, I'll have to send it to you. I sent it over last night.
Kelly, I had fried fish and shrimp for the family and still ate my only veggie meal. Yes, Kelly. It's hard. It is hard, right?
Out there for
but you got it. Vicky, beautiful ladies, watching you guys from 10,000 feet in the air.
How? Where are you flying? Oh, you're going to see... Yeah, she's going to see Franco, I think.
Oh.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
And then Will.
So Will has an investor that he's working with, and they found 2 houses that they like. They wrote on it cash, closed in 4 days. Everything was fine. These things have been sitting because they have tenants in them, and the tenants have some time left on the lease. So the idea was to flip one, wait a little bit, let the other people move out, and then flip the second one so we don't have to keep going back to the drawing board trying to find these houses to flip. Anyway, so the agent's a brand new agent, and she's like, oh yeah, no, this should be fine, it should be fine. And she's telling Will that, yeah, well, nobody's offering to buy both houses. And we offered them ask, which is still like, it still would cut into an investor's ratio, but they're fine. Anyway, so all of a sudden, she's doing the ghosting game. Will's like, what's going on? Ghost. Now we're ghosting for 24 hours. And then even though she promised that she was not going to use these offers to shop them, she did. So she calls back last night and she's like, well, if your guy can do $10,000 more on each property, then we'll go with your offer. And Will's response is, no, we told you this is our highest and best and we can close in 5 days and more cash. But if you want to go with the conventional offers or the FHA offers, go for it. Good luck to you.
All right.
So I guess it's a waiting game now to see what she says because she's like, give me a minute. And I haven't heard the latest as far as what happened there because it could have just, like, she could have just been, out there fronting.
Yeah.
I will say that it's a weird thing that's happening right now with, we keep seeing all these memes and we keep talking about how hard the market is out there, but it's a weird thing happening, at least in Woodbridge, or that I've seen with a couple of our listings that we've had lately, specifically one. So we worked on flipping one over on Kempston. Like we worked on that. It was a prior rental. We had to do a lot, replace steps and carpet and flooring and paint and lighting and things and hardware and all this other stuff, and we went live on a Friday. We had over 40 showings over the weekend. we only had 2 offers, and neither one of them were good. Like, they were fine, they were above ask, but like the terms were still not ideal for what we keep hearing is a competitive market. So then we reviewed those 2 with the seller. She's like, nope, their financing is too shaky, absolutely not. And so then we wait. Then all of a sudden Monday rolls around and we start getting even more showings back to back to back, and now we have 2 more offers. Again, financing shaky. Then the next day rolls around, which is Tuesday. Tuesday we get a total of 4 offers in, and now we're finally getting to a point where we're seeing everything being waived. So, you know, they're waiving appraisal, waiving well, excuse me, they didn't waive appraisal. The best one we have right now is guaranteeing their sales price up to $10,000 above the appraised value.
Okay.
So you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
In any of these things, but either way, that's the best one that we have on the table right now, and so we'll talk to her this evening to see how that goes. But it's just it's an odd place to be at, considering that you keep hearing it's like everybody's coming $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 in, and I think it's giving buyers buyer fatigue and freaking them out a little bit. And it's not necessarily true. Like when I was talking to the agent who's now ghosting me on the little place that we went to go see yesterday, the perfect one, he said, he's like, you can get an offer accepted in this market, but agents get fatigued, and so does buyers. So as long as you're willing to write 8 or 10 offers, you'll eventually get. He's like, I've even had people accepted with subsidy in this market. Yeah. It just depends. Like when we were looking through the numbers on everything the other day, I was like, well, there's a lot of, I think out of like 900 homes that were listed, 150 of them had done a price reduction. That means there was an opportunity for 950 homes to be able to go under contract at market value if you would have had a educated person on the other side of this, like looking at the market and looking at comps and all of that. So there's opportunities out there. You just got to find them. Yeah. It's just really frustrating whenever the professional on the other side of the phone is supposed to like be transparent, and the idea is that we are cooperating with each other to be able to get the deal done. But then all of a sudden they ghost, which is very frustrating. Just be honest. Yeah. That's it. Just answer the phone. Just be honest. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. Oh, but how was your week? How was your Thursday? Last Thursday.
It was good. Well, last Wednesday, we had 2 closings. And one of the closings was the buyer's birthday.
Oh, that was cute. This girl brought in strawberry shortcake, and not a single one of us is trying to be fat.
I know. I had a sliver.
It was so tasty looking.
So good. So I literally, like, the piece it was like the size of my pinky, like the width of my pinky. But it was so good. I wanted to eat half of it. But, like, half the cake, not half the sliver.
Half the sliver.
But he was so excited, and him and Bridget, they're just so excited for them. So that was cool. But then Thursday, it was just like a full office day, basically. Some running around, some errands in the second half of the day, delivering some checks places, but mostly office.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What was your Thursday like? Wednesday?
Thursday, I went to the DMV. I had an appointment. No, I made an appointment a month and a half ago. No, actually 2 months ago to be able to go get. I've been riding around these streets with an expired ID since last.
Thanks, COVID.
Right, thanks, COVID, since last July. But I went to the DMV and we ended up getting and by we I mean me and my face, ended up getting a real ID. So that was cool. It was a lot less stressful of a process than I thought. As long as you. Yeah. Read everything ahead of time. You just like I was in and out. I mean, there was like me and 10 other people, and you have an appointment time, so you go and you sit in a chair, and they bring you over. The hardest part was like the machines kept freezing, so that was the only thing that took a little bit longer. But
did you find that you had a long wait period from when you were trying to book the appointment to when the appointment was actually available? What?
That was 2. Yeah, it was 2 months. I mean, it was a super long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so if you need to get a new ID, you should probably get on that. Like, or if you know that yours is expiring anytime soon, you should probably get on that. Yeah. So I did that. So that was fun. Yeah. Thursday, I think, was pretty much my day off because I did yin yoga in the morning, and then I went to the DMV, and then I went and got pedicures, and then I went and took a nap. Well, no. That's thank you. Yeah. Then I went to a beautiful little restaurant over the Secret Garden over in Occoquan. Then I took a nap, and then I got up and ran 2.5 miles, and then I did nothing else. Then I went back to sleep. It was a great day.
This isn't a good time for me.
Jen's like, this is not a good time for you to be texting me right now. And then,
everybody calls on Wednesday at between 10 and 11 a.m.
It's so funny. So that's how it felt for me. Like, we used to do reality on Monday morning, but for me, my phone starts ringing at 8 o'clock on Monday morning, and so then I have no time to do anything. And I'm just like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And so now it's the same thing happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just have to tell everybody in meetings until 1.
Or just put your phone away.
Touch you in the afternoon. Anyway.
Yeah, what did Kelly say? Appointments are 2 months,
Yeah.
but if you have to check every day and don't mind locations kind of out that way, you can get one of those last minute appointments. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I didn't even consider that.
True story.
But Friday was good. I ended up sitting with, so Jay, the development director for the Belmont Bay project, I sat with him and did a Zoom call and recorded that to be able to push out to the community about all the stuff that's happening. You know, there is the oddest things coming out there about folks who don't really understand how real estate works. For some reason, they think that Jay's paying me, and he's not. Right. I'm like, I have no financial relationship with the Carruthers at all.
Crazy.
But it's like, I keep seeing these emails because like people will be on email chains and then they'll forward them to me about some of the stuff that people are out there saying. And I'm like, guys, I might be a real estate agent, but the reason why the real estate agent wants to bring you this information is because nobody else is doing it. And we live in this community. I own a commercial building in here, and I own a residential building. So of course I care about the values. We also sell a lot of houses in here, so of course we care about the values. It has nothing to do with having a relationship to be able to potentially sell stuff from them. Number one, the Carruthers aren't building anything to sell, so that would mean they're building things to rent. But they own the land, but they will be giving it to somebody, not giving it, but selling it to somebody, a developer like a Miller and Smith or a Pulte, or, you know, not that I don't know if they have a relationship with those people directly, I'm just using them as an example, but, you know, that's who we would have to have the relationship with in order to sell some stuff. We're literally just here giving people information. Anyway.
Yeah.
So those emails with misinformation is frustrating the devil out of me, but whatever.
Frustrating the devil out of me.
But it's just people not understanding how the world works or how real estate in general works. I'm like, I guess I just have to sit here and educate people. It'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. And not punch them in the face.
Not punch them in the face. No.
On Friday, I had another closing. New build.
She sold all the houses last week, y'all. It was great.
And met Coco Puff, the perfect little Yorkie, who picked up the keys at settlement and trotted towards the camera. She was so cute. Angie should be posting that today. I sent her a cute little blurb about Tina and the experience that's been getting to know her. And Tina's amazing. 8 months. 8 months ago we met.
Wow.
Yeah, 8 months ago.
That's awesome.
That's a lie. It was about 10 months. But then she went under contract 8 months ago. Is that right?
She counts on her
10
fingers.
months. Yeah. Yeah, 10 months ago we met. We met in July of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool.
That is
And then the Virginia Beach, Chesapeake folks, they closed. And
That's
they've
awesome.
been, wow. Whoa. They've been at it for before the holidays.
I feel like it's been like a year.
Before the holidays. I don't even know how many houses they had to write on. Like I said, Carly and Brandon Diggs down in Va Beach.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Amazed. Yes, that was exciting.
Yeah. What else?
Saturday?
Friday. Oh, yeah, Friday for me. I did yoga twice last week. In fact, it wasn't even yoga. It turns out it was a guided meditation. I've never done guided meditation in person before. Like, I'll do it, like, listening to things or on videos or whatever. But I've never done it in person. So Paul, my favorite yoga instructor at You're Rooted, he did a guided meditation on Friday night called Friday Night Chill. And that was very interesting. My brain was going everywhere. I was like, I don't know how people do this. I do not know how to turn this thing off. Being my brain, it was wild. But it was fun. It was good.
I like those for sleep.
The guided meditations? That means you can turn your brain off. I don't know how to do that. If anybody has any tips, holler at your girl, because I don't get it. Yeah. But then we had people over for the house and played poker. And then my weekend of gluttony began because it was bad.
I was introduced to Halo Top ice cream that day.
That's true. She ate I don't know, did you eat a tub of ice cream that day? Or half a tub?
I did the full strawberry tub that day.
Her coach has introduced her to Halo Top ice cream.
Yeah, we did a macro lesson on Friday. Did y'all play poker Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
Okay. Yeah, so we did our macro lesson Friday. And then he put me on to all these sweet treats that I could do.
Yeah, sis over here made a brownie that was a Kodiak brownie, and we ended up eating the entire pan that night.
Yeah, that wasn't one that I was supposed to do, though. That's sweet.
It was right. It was
all
out.
over.
It was. She didn't use eggs and she didn't use flour. She
Right.
used applesauce and
No butter.
no butter.
Yeah, applesauce and extra vegetable oil.
Oh man, they were so good, guys. Like I can't even tell you about it. And the next day, we had one left, and I took it out on the boat with me, and I was nibbling on it as I was eating. Like I was eating a bite of strawberry and then a bite of this like healthy-ish brownie. And
High protein,
yeah.
that's what makes it healthy,
Yeah, high protein brownie, and boy,
I said that's what makes it healthy.
Yeah, whole food.
As long as you don't eat the whole box. God, it was good.
So good. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Yeah, if I do those again, I think I just need to like portion it out, like pour the batter into like
you
appropriate
could do like
servings.
brownie cups, like do the silicone trays.
But the problem is having them baked in advance. Like I need to just like figure out how to bake like an eighth of a box.
That's what I'm talking about. Get the little brownie cups and then just like pour like 3 of them and then bake
Oh,
them.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
so
you were
then-
talking about like still doing the whole box. I'm like, nope, because then the brownie bites in. You can't do the whole thing.
Nom, nom, nom,
They
nom,
sell
nom.
those at Safeway and they're real good. Those brownies were so good.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah. And then Saturday we got trapped on a boat.
Oh my gosh, yes you did. Saturday I got my first back shot. What? Round 1.
Round 1.
Mm-hmm. That was cool.
Half-vaxxed. Did you have any side effects at all?
Mm-mm. Just my arm was sore.
That's good.
And she was sitting there putting the needle in. I was like, can I lift tomorrow?
She's not addicted
was
at
like,
all.
yeah. And then when my arm was sore the next morning, I was like, can I lift? And it was like upper day. I was like, I should have timed this out to do legs today, but
Yeah.
it was fine. I pushed through.
Good, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
But I'm hopeful that the facial expressions.
I'm glad I have facial expressions because I'm moving my eyebrows right now and you can barely tell.
It's amazing.
Uh-huh. Botox!
I love that even as you yelled Botox, your forehead was just like
Dead.
there, but your eyes went wide, just wide eyes, but
This is the best thing since sliced bread. I love it.
since Kodak. Kodiak brownies.
Since Kodiak brownies,
That's the
I'm
new
telling you.
saying. Best
I
thing
love it.
since Kodiak brownies.
I don't know if I'll ever not have Botox in my forehead because I don't, like, you just look at people. Your eyes look all bright and shiny and it's just a little lift and you can't tell.
You can't tell.
She's natural, I promise.
Yeah, I'm nervous for round 2 though. I hope it doesn't do anything because I've got 2 out-of-state clients.
Oh no.
Shopping that
But you're
week.
getting Pfizer. I hear that Pfizer is fine. I mean, I had
Yeah.
Pfizer and I had 0 side effects whatsoever.
Yeah.
Other people get tired and it affects everybody differently, so who
Yeah.
knows?
Here's hoping.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. When I popped into Home Goods and Haymarket because I had to get the shot out in Haymarket. They got some really good stuff.
Do they? I don't know if I've ever been to the one in
Good
Haymarket.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. She got a bunch of cute stuff. She put a
Put it out in the universe.
I'm not putting anything on the universe other than she had a cute, like if you watch her Instagram, she was doing a little puppy face and then her puppy.
Oh
went-
yeah, jumped on my cheetah girl in the back seat.
It was cute.
Yeah, I like saw it out of the corner of my eye the first time, and then when I like looked at it, I was like, oh my god, it really did jump on her. So funny.
It was cute.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Saturday, yeah, you got caught out on.
I got a coat on a boat. It wasn't supposed to start raining until 8 p.m. and we're like, oh, it's totally fine. We have time to go to DC and back. So we went to Georgetown and then we went to the wharf, and then
Advisor did me well. Ran a 5K the next day just because I was scared.
dang,
Dang, Gary Bear.
that's funny.
5K.
5K.
Wow.
I have to run a 5K for this
How many miles is it?
3.5.
Oh,
It's not bad.
I don't know why in my mind a 5K was like a marathon.
No, there's marathon, half marathon, 5K, 10K, all the Ks. I signed up for
Dang, I could do a 5K.
You sure could. Yeah, at Keller Williams for Red Day, that was one of their KWCP Stafford office. They were doing 5K, so I got a bib and a thing. I'm gonna run it. See how it goes.
I should actually sign up for that.
Yeah, be cute.
That's cool.
And they're
Me
raising
too.
money for a good cause. So
Oh, I meant to tell you, I did a 9-minute, 10-second mile the other day.
a 9-minute, 10-second mile. I was like, what?
9,
Awesome.
10. Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I set that thing at 6.0 and I just went. And I was
Just
like, let's
went.
see how long this takes. 9 minutes.
9 minutes.
10 seconds.
I love that.
I was like, cool. I forgot to like tag it in the post and then tag you
Yeah.
in that.
The question recently is how long does it take you to run a mile? Because I want to run with all these different people because now that I've decided I'm a runner, I want to run with different paced people. So I ran like Q, my trainer and staging partner and all that fun stuff. She was a long distance runner her entire life. So we went out on Saturday before we got on the boat and we ran together. I had drank 4 bottles of wine the night prior and did not go to bed until 2 o'clock in the morning, but I still got out there and did it. I was a little bit slower, but I was like 10 seconds slower than.
That's not bad.
It should have been much worse, but it wasn't. But anyway, like being able to run with her and then running with Jen or running with anybody else who has different paces, it'll make me go faster.
I love that.
Yeah, so.
I can't promise I'll do 9 minutes out here in these streets. I go slower outside than...
You might think you do, but you might not. I would encourage you to download an app and see, because I go slower on the, whatever you call that.
Peloton?
Mm-hmm. Than I do outside. Yeah, I go faster outside. Even though we got hills and stuff.
Yeah.
But what was your Sunday? You did something on Sunday?
So I
we
did
had
all
brunch
the
with
things
Vicky.
on Sunday, yeah. So morning cardio, then brunch with Vicky, then posing and lifting with the cutie community, out at the shop. Previewed a property for an out-of-state client whose timeline has now moved from the end of June to early June, so holy crunch time. And she's feeling the pressure of that, but I keep telling her, I'm like, we are not going to force this. We are not going to force this. You will not purchase a home sight unseen, basically, with virtual, I'm doing everything virtually, and her not love it. Like, this is still a huge investment, So I'm walking through the house, taking a video. There are 3 other agents in there. One doing virtual tour for her client. The other 2 have their clients with them. And I'm like, oh, it's terrible for you. I hate it. It's too small. No, cosmetic, and it's tiny. You're going to come in here and feel like you're in a shoebox. Because I know what she needs. She needs space. And so when I left, this one agent was like, so are you all done? Are you done? And I was like, yeah, hated it. I was like, how'd it work out for you? She's like, oh, we love it. I was like, great, good luck.
Great, good luck, bye.
But different strokes, different folks. Everybody needs something different.
That's true. So true.
And then wrote an offer for the well and septic, $800,000 folks.
Yeah.
That night, and meal prepped. That night. Yeah.
That'd be good.
It's a big day.
Just a big day. Big day all around.
Yeah. How was your Sunday?
Sunday was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After brunch.
Yeah, well, I say it's out. Like, it was like brunch was lovely, and I had such a lovely time.
Good company on Sunday.
Yeah, it was good company on Sunday. And then left there, and then we went over to Nisha's house, who is my friend who has the rooted yoga down here. We went there and met some new friends and played a new game that I lost. I've actually never lost so hard in my life, and I was tickled because I was like, Jen would love to see me lose like this.
Did you punch babies and walls?
Considered it, but it was okay.
Nicole hates losing.
I hate losing, I was so mad about this game because there's no strategy to it. Excuse me. There is strategy to it if you have the luck to be able to get the cards you need. But if you're not dealt the cards that you need, then there's no strategy to it. It's not like poker whenever you can start looking and seeing, like, this is how many people have and, like, guessing all that. No. Wow. This is like a deck of, like, 50 cards that has, you have, like, 10 of each suit, and it's all based on color, and, like, it's just random. It's a completely random order. No, it was kind of like Uno cards, but what do they call that thing? I don't remember. I'll get back to you on that. Yeah. But anyway, we sat there. It's kind of like it kind of runs like Mexican Train, where you have to do different. You have to get different things, and then you're stuck back here.
Okay.
Anyway, everybody else got to move on through, and I never made it past level 5 because I never got dealt the right cards to get. So I got very frustrated. I'm like, Adrian! At one point, I'm like, do you think you're a man for beating me like this? Like, I get crazy.
Oh, competitive Carol over here.
I hate it so much. But whatever. I'd play again and hope for the best. Hope for better cards this time.
I love
that. That's good. We made non-pizza.
Phase 10, Will says.
Phase 10.
That was 10.
Will did well. He came back with a vengeance. He was losing hard, like, for the majority of the game, and then all of a sudden he hit, and then he hit for the rest of the game.
Wow.
I was like, and I was still stuck back here. I'm like, good for you. You get 9 in a row. So dumb. Yeah, but we made non-pizza, and it was delicious. Like,
ooh, non-bread?
Yeah, it was non-bread, and then put, like, truffle and magic and what did I just say, Jen? Yeah. No, it was Phase 10. Yeah, one of those Hasbro games or something.
pizza on naan bread. That sounds lovely.
It was very good, yeah, because she had a Parmesan cream sauce and then a truffle, like actual like real truffles, and then cheese and mushrooms and whatever else you wanted to put on it. And then she also had options for barbecue. It was quite an adventure. Good. It was good. Yeah. Then came home and immediately regretted my life because I can't eat cheese, but yet I still keep eating cheese. Yeah. So it's like the discussion I was having with Jen on Monday night, going, I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. Like, I feel miserable whenever I do this, so why do I keep doing it? And then I don't drink enough water, and it's this whole big thing. So now I'm trying. I'm
drinking all the water.
Trying. There's 2 cups in here. I've drank 1 cup so far.
Better than what you've been doing.
It's 2. It's true.
Love that for you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Then Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. The desperation of these buyers waving all in septic.
Yeah.
That got to me. But what can you do?
What can you do?
Yeah.
Be mad for a minute.
Yeah.
And then keep it moving and go to the next one.
Unfortunately, my client's got a great sense of humor, so we curse them to all sorts of hell. And then I'm like, all right, on to the next. What are you tripping? You know?
That's good.
And they have time. So it's,
What is their timeline?
So technically in a lease until August.
Oh, wow.
But for the right house, they will break it.
They will break it.
Yep.
Well, if you guys out there know of anything out in the Warrenton area that's beautiful, an $800,000 price point,
yep,
hit your girl up.
Yep. Yep. I asked that agent too. I was like, "What you got? What else you got? Let me know." Yeah. Because I find that the agents out there, they are out there. Like Warrenton agents are Warrenton agents. You know, so half them live there.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you're just like, can you help me? Please,
yeah.
Please help me. Can you help the other side of Northern Virginia, please?
Right.
We need your assistance.
What was your Monday like?
Well, Monday was a 5th anniversary of my dad's death, so that was a sad thing. It's like, you know, that thing that just rattles around in your head all day. But it's like the 5th year. I was fine for the majority of the day, but it hit me at night the hardest. But it never goes away. He was my best friend, man. He was my entrepreneur. He was my person I went to for all the advice. He was my biggest supporter. My mom is my biggest supporter, too. My family loves me very much, and I love them, too. But, you know, it's just being a daddy's girl your whole life and not having him still sucks. You're not supposed to lose your parents whenever you're below 70. That's what I think.
That's the law
right.
to live by.
Every parent should live until their 90s, and then you shouldn't have to lose anybody until you're at least in your 70s. But I also got my hair did.
Yeah. That was Monday?
That was Monday. Yeah, Caitlin had a last minute appointment. So Caitlin fired me from having 6-week appointments because I would always it's not show up, but I would always be late, or I would always have something come up like less than 24 hours in advance, and it wasn't fair to her, so she fired me. So when she fired me from being able to have my appointments for a long time, I just stopped going. It's like it'd been like 6 months. And I was like, all right, well, my hair was starting to look real crazy. So now it doesn't look so crazy.
Color looks good.
Yeah, the color looks good. It's a little bit less dark. But then I showed some houses, went down to Fredericksburg and showed some houses, and none of those were good. So
don't you love that?
No.
How was traffic?
Garbage.
Yep.
It was absolutely garbage. Dude, we are back in the DMV area. We are full force back in traffic.
Top 3 worst in the country.
Yeah, top 3 worst in the country for a freaking reason, man. Like, it was awful.
Absurd.
Yeah, but then I had a meeting with Q. We've got some cool stuff happening on the team, so we're going over different stuff through that, and yeah, so it was funny. I was like, well, I've got an hour and 10-minute ride down to Fredericksburg. I was like, can you ride with me so you can ask me questions and go over all this stuff? So she's like, yeah, sure could. Yeah, and it turns out I completely forgot. She knew my buyer because they'd known each other. They were in the gym together. Yeah, she hired her like 5 years ago. She had hired her.
Wow.
So yeah, it was cool. So they said like, oh my God, I haven't seen you forever, and got a big hug.
Oh, bananas. That's awesome. Hate this traffic. I forgot what it was like pre-COVID. Yeah, man. True story, Kels. True story. Yeah, and then yesterday, day off. I'm committed to taking these Tuesdays off, man.
But you don't take them off.
I do, but I don't. Like, I did some calls, emails, and texts in the first part of the day. And then the problem is, a lot of my clients follow me on IG now. So when they see me active on IG,
they think they can touch you.
We start communicating there. So not only are we texting, emailing, and having voice to voice, but now we're also on social. So it's like, trying to draw that line is really hard. Really hard.
Yeah.
So I gotta figure that out. I gotta work through that. But a lot of my clients also know that Tuesdays are my day off. So some people who were sending me messages, they were like, "Oh my God, you're off today. Don't answer any of my calls. Don't answer my texts." And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." Because I don't ever want to say, "I'm off. I'll talk to you tomorrow." Like,
Yeah.
you know, because I want to talk to them. I want to answer. I want to, you know. But I also want to power down.
Right.
And reset so I can come back fresh and ready to hit the streets running again.
Yeah, I think that it might be worth it to like actually have a day, because I'm like, I'll take days. Like if I look at my calendar in the morning, it's like it's a surprise. I'm like, I'm gonna take today off. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna go
But
run
then
errands.
stuff can still pop up
Yeah.
that is urgent,
Yeah.
and you haven't set the expectation with anybody in your sphere or your contact base to know that this is your designated day off.
Yeah.
So then you're pulled right back in.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wonder what day it should be. What day do you think it should be, guys? Who knows? The world is my oyster.
Yeah. Kind of look at your. I know you. I mean, every day is different,
Every
but
day is different.
kind of see if there's like a day that is lighter across the board. Is generally lighter as far as like meetings, when you typically might do showings. You know, I know that's kind of funny because it's like we show stuff as soon as it comes available right now, but
That's true.
yeah, for me, I found that it was Tuesdays. That's
Yeah.
why I was setting Jared for Tuesdays,
Yeah.
driving down to him.
Well, that's good. Tuesdays are the days that I have coaching meetings and calls and everything. So that's I'm like, Mondays
Maybe
are
it's
garbage.
Thursday?
Tuesdays are it could be Thursday, Friday. Honestly, it could, because I don't do a lot of showings on Friday because of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
We try to do things about traffic pattern, and it's basically starting at like 10 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah. All day.
all day.
Yeah.
So maybe Fridays will be that day. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah. I'll challenge you.
Challenge me.
Mm-hmm. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
What was
then there was yesterday.
Tuesday?
No,
What is today?
today's Wednesday.
Yeah, yesterday was Tuesday. What was your Tuesday? What was your yesterday?
Meetings all day. I wrote a position description for. In fact, I'm excited to show it to you. So we've had East and Ivy for a very long time now, it feels like, and I've never written a position description in my entire life. And I actually wrote a 6-page position description because I gathered information from Jen about what she needs, and I gathered information from Ange about what she needs. I put it on for me, and then Will, and and then this whole thing developed. And I wrote one, and I've got another one to write, and then I've got 3 to write total, and I'm so proud of myself, guys.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Week highlight?
Week highlight. I don't know.
Mine was Clyde's birthday and them closing that
That's
day.
cute. Yeah.
It was just a whole moment. There's like I say this every time. Every client is freaking special, but like first time home buyers at this point in their life, it was his birthday. Like just, I've known them for years. It was just.
That's amazing.
It gives me goosies.
Yeah, that's
Also
really
makes
amazing.
what we do so fun.
That's true. I think my weekly highlight, and like no bullshit, was probably writing that thing yesterday.
Nice.
Because like I sat down and because I've been gathering this information for like literally months, and it's just been sitting there, and I haven't actually like organized it anywhere. So I was able to finally put it together. So I had a meeting in the morning, and then I had another meeting to go over that, and then I like sent it to my business coach, and he went through it with me and poked holes and everything, and then I sat down and reviewed it again, and then sent it out to the person who's going to be coming on board, and I'm like, I did that. Like I'm a real business owner.
It took you how long to admit
Shut
that
your
to
mouth.
yourself? I'm like, this broad's been a real business owner.
Yeah, but it's like, but actually like developing
that spoke to you.
but developing the SOPs and developing the position descriptions and actually having a set of checks and balances in place. Like that's not something that yes, I went to business school, but this is like lifestyle stuff that I've always been kind of an ostrich in a way. Like you ostracize yourself in some ways. I do it whenever it comes to this. I'm like, Angie, do it.
I'm gonna go into hiding.
I don't wanna. But this time I actually did it. I was very proud of myself. So that was probably my week highlight.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What was your favorite food?
So 2 things: the sweet treat with the protein mix and the Halo Top.
Oh, I get that Halo Top. I was like, I knew you were gonna say the strawberry Halo Top. Strawberry or which one?
So believe it or not, I don't like pistachio anything. Like, I'll eat pistachios, but like the flavor doesn't do anything for me. I got a pistachio one. I'm going to say that that's my favorite only because I can't sit and eat the whole tub of it. So I feel good about eating that one.
Oh, that's the only Halo Top I've had, and I hated it.
Well, I don't like it. I
eat it.
I like that it because when I have it with the chocolate protein
Okay,
magic,
I get you.
it's
Yeah.
like this chocolate pistachio thing. But I only like that one because it's the only one that I've had so far that I will not eat the entire container of in one sitting. So, while it's not my favorite taste, it's my favorite end result.
That's awesome.
Did you see that I've got like 9 of them in the freezer?
I didn't even look. No, I'm gonna...
You literally open the freezer and it's like Halo Top, Halo Top, Halo Top, Halo Top, Halo Top.
Hey, know thyself.
I want to find the lemon cake one though, because that one's like low carbs, low cal, low everything.
I know that is delicious.
Yeah, and I feel like that'll be really magical. Oh, the birthday cake was really good with the vanilla protein. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. The problem is learning these macros and cutting certain meals so that I could put that in. I'm like, I can't do this every day. I still need to get in, like, I'm still hitting my proteins.
I was going to say, you're hitting your protein because it's a protein-based item.
Yeah, but then I have to remove, like, certain other meals because the calories, the carbs, specifically the carbs are still really high. So, in comparison. But, like, this morning I could have not had my little Belvita breakfast bars so that I could have Halo Top later, but I said, no, I'm going to have a full day of my regular meals today. And no Halo Top.
And no Halo Top.
Anyway. Ooh, macros.
It's a whole thing.
It's crazy.
Right?
Favorite meal?
Well, we went on this 5-hour-long adventure last night, which you'll see the post below on the page, on my Facebook page, about where we went. I can't say that it was my favorite meal because, like, I have mixed emotions about it. The food is phenomenal, but it was a really long experience. So out of the 11 things that I had to eat last night, and they were just bite-sized stuff of everything. My favorite thing was they taught us how to make a ceviche, and then they had a tuna tataki that was also done in a ceviche style that was literally mind-boggling. Like, I will go back there once a week to eat it. It was so good. I felt like Jen. I was like taking my finger and licking the plate. It was out of control. It was so good. Anyway, I think that's really it for.
Quick learning moment.
Oh,
just
yeah.
that people are desperate and waiving all these inspections.
Yeah, well, that's not a learning moment. We've already known that moment. It's awful out there.
Yeah, being slapped in the face with it again.
Yeah. Learning moment for me is you can do anything you set your mind to. So don't be afraid of anything. Stop being an ostrich. Just get out there and do it.
Did you see my IG story by chance this morning already?
Wait.
I
saw you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
So Suzanne posted this, and I was like, facts. Once you decide you want a good life, the universe will start moving things for you to have it. The people you need will happen. The doors you need open will unblock. But not until you decide.
Absolutely.
Once you truly, sincerely decide, miracles will happen.
It's true.
Decide and do.
Decide and do
That's it.
Yeah.
Just decide, make the decision, and go.
They'll come up. Everything and everyone needed will come about. Anyway, we love you. Have a happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next week. Bye.